Hey gang, today I am finally gonna repot my Philodendron MAJESTIC and give it a moss pole. I've been meaning to do this since I got this at like the very beginning of March. We are now at the very end of April. So I'm gonna be potting it into, I'm gonna go no drainage. So I've got a little glass here, I've got my acetate for making my moss pole, and for putting in my moss pole I'm actually going to do a moss and cocoa coir slight mix. I'm not completely sure why I want to do this, but I just want to experiment. I just want to kind of see what it's like having the two substrates in there. And I've cut the moss up so that it kind of, like sphagnum moss is just really long fibres, especially the Soil Ninja ones. I've just chopped it so that when it comes to either propagating or taking it off of the moss, it'll hopefully, like the moss will come off of the roots easier, I'm hoping. I've got my Soil Ninja, I've got the Philodendron and Monstera mix today, which has activated charcoal, zeolite, pumice, worm castings, cocoa coir, bark and perlite in. And I think it's going to be really happy in there. So let's just get to it, shall we? This plant, I'm really annoyed that I didn't get this on a pole sooner because it's already started out pushing this new leaf, and it could be smaller than it could have been if I'd got it on a pole sooner. Right, let's see what we're working with the roots. Okay, these are the roots. You're not gonna be able to see them because they're covered in substrate, but they look quite healthy. There's quite a good amount here. What I noticed, which I just haven't clocked it, but there's a node here that didn't grow a leaf. Like it's got the roots coming out of it, but there's no leaf coming out of that node, which is interesting. Probably because it had just been chopped or something like that. Right, okay. Put that down there. I feel like I should have made the pole first. Rookie mistake. I'm still new to making these poles. Right, I'm gonna do that now. Okay, if you watched my other kind of like moss poling a plant video, I feel like that got put out ages ago. Oh my gosh, when was that? I don't even know, but that was like chaos. That was chaos. I've done a poll, I think a total of 3 times. Just looking at my plants. So now I've got one in work that's on a pole, I've got one in the grow tent, and I've got one up there. So yeah, I've got 3 plants that are on poles, and I'm still not sure how I feel about them. Like, I don't feel like I've seen massive size up in growth yet, which is the main reason you put a plant on a pole, isn't it? Because you want the leaves to size up. So currently I'm still not a fan. Like, I think they're really ugly. I really do think they're ugly. But I want to give my plants the best, and apparently that means a pole. So I'm going with it. I'm going with it. If I could cut straight, that would be good, wouldn't it? It's a bit better. I am getting a little bit quicker at making them, I feel. She said that she struggles. find it easier to like get them hooked up like this and then put in, and then I kind of put the plant into it, depending. But I mean, I want majority of that in there, don't I really? So yeah, I'm gonna just put the plant inside of it and then fill up around it. But let me get some substrate into this vessel first. So thank you to anybody who used my link with Soil Ninja to purchase some of their soil blends or their substrates or amendments or whatever. Like, I really do appreciate it. So there's like limited uses, but I've learned that it's limited uses each month. So when this video is going up, it should be May, which means that like the uses will be back, the number of uses will be back again. So basically, like when I'm filming this, all of the uses have been used and there aren't any more. And like for the UK one, but apparently in May it'll like renew. So when you're watching this, you'll be able to use that link again to get a 10% discount code. The EU one hasn't, not all of the uses have been used. So, I mean, not that it matters, because when you're seeing this, it'll have renewed again. But if you're in the EU, you can still get some amazing substrate with a little discount. So can you in the UK? Like I said, doesn't really matter. I'm just so pleased to be working with them. Like, they're an amazing company. They really are. Right, I've got a layer of the Philodendron and Monstera mix, and then I've got my pole in there, and the pole really does take up the majority of the space. But because we're working with such a small stem, like this is skinny, I think it's going to be okay. I think it's going to be okay. So what I'm going to do is what am I going to do? I am gonna have to unhook this, which is annoying. Ooh. Okay, so I'm going to pop the root system into the kind of substrate and pole area. You need like 5 hands to do this. Christ, let me see. Just jiggle it around a little bit, and then I'm going to put the strap. Let me do that too. Is that my strap? I'm going to put the strap around this middle section, so here, and do that up. The lighting is really bad today. It's a really cloudy grey day. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I've got the pole strap back on. Oh, and it's wiggled up a little bit. Okay, now I'm gonna fill up the substrate around the roots, and hopefully that'll stabilize the pole, and then I'm gonna put in some of the sphagnum and cocoa coir mix. Every time, oh my god. Do a repot without making the biggest mess every time. Every time. Okay, so I've got it potted And you can see the substrate is in the pole as well, and that's because there was a node that was quite high with roots, so I wanted that to be like in the substrate. And now I'm just going to fill the pole up with some of the moss and cocoa quartz substrate. Like I said, I don't really know why I want to go with this kind of combo. I'm just curious to see how well it kind of like encourages roots. We'll see. And obviously I will keep you updated on how it goes. Like, I am struggling a little bit to keep my poles kind of damp enough, and I don't really know if the cocoa quartz is going to help with that. Really don't know. I have used, I've seen Claire from the Jungle Haven use this method where you kind of put a cup with some holes in at the top and you can put water in there, and that seems to be helping me a little bit. Although I do think my pole, my Philodendron 69666 pole, I'm pretty sure that's got fungus gnats, which that's not ideal. Like I think I said it in my the unboxing my new plants, all of the new plants I got in March, like, because I got so many new plants in March, I definitely introduced fungus gnats. Thankfully I don't think I introduced anything else pest wise, but I definitely introduced fungus gnats, so that's annoying. Okay, now I want to get a strap around this node here, because that one hasn't got any roots yet, but that is definitely where we want some roots. I think I'm going to keep this one up here, just to keep the shape of the pole, so I'm going to have to cut some more. How thick? Is an enclosed pole a thing? Like, I feel like I could make the strap big enough that it would overlap this one and cover this one. So another thing I've had an issue with is, like, when I've put water into the cup at the top, it like dribbles out of the gaps. Don't know if anyone else has that problem. Maybe it's just me. But it's very annoying. Ooh. Cute. There she is. I've only been filming for 22 minutes. Have I just done a quick repot and moss pole? That's unheard of. I will obviously keep you updated on how roots grow into here. Hopefully they'll grow really well, but can you see that I've kind of like, I've overlapped it a little bit, so it's like almost completely sealed. See how it goes. I'm excited to see this new leaf. I know it's not going to be massive, but hopefully it'll be cute. When that new leaf does come out, I will fill up a little bit more, but what I don't want is to fill it up too much, and for when the new leaf to be, like when the new leaf is unfurling, I don't want the new leaf to be touching the wet substrate, because that will just cause damage. So I will wait until this node has kind of become exposed, where the leaf petiole stretches out, before I fill it up again. Apparently I'm done. That was probably my quickest repot video ever. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you haven't already watched it, you might enjoy this video where I wrestle with my first ever moss pole. I will see you in my next one. Bye!